What's going on YouTube? Broken Place for Days here. Coming at you guys with a video basically talking about what I feel are going to be some good cards to play in Mermail's next format since we lost title. I've been messing with a couple different cards, a couple different builds the past couple days, and I narrowed it down to just a couple cards here that I felt worked the best. Now that we only have one title, well, not yet, but for next format anyway. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys just some card options that you can run. That kind of well, some kind of like speed up the deck, some kind of slow it down a bit, and make you play a bit more of a like a control version. Uh, but yeah, just let me know what works best for you guys. I'll let you know what's been working best for me, and yeah. So I'm gonna start off with monsters. I've been going back to the Undyne build with two Undyne and two controller. This is especially good now that we only have one title because, well, for that very reason, we only have one title, and this gets title in the grave whenever you want it. Especially since Undyne is searchable through Pike. That's really cool because sometimes, I have the option to search a Gund or a Lind or a Marksman with Pike, but none of those cards will really do anything for me, like at that particular time, so it's really nice to just grab an Undyne, and just wait till next turn, see what your opponent does, and then Undyne is basically an MST, it's basically a smashing ground, it gets you your Dragoon search, it gets your Tattleman graveyard. It just adds some diversity to the deck, and like the only downside is you have to play these. But honestly, with the way that I play my deck, you can just like synchro with these with like Dracosack tokens, or you can activate Sphere, get a Pike, and then summon this, and Black Rose a field, and then go off with your plays. So in all honesty, I really don't think this is even a bad card. It really helps out the deck just for the fact that it's a 3-star tuner. Lets you go into Gungnir and DeLorean, Black Rose, stuff like that a lot easier than you normally would, because the only tuner you play in Mermail, aside from, well, this, is Diva most of the time, and you only have one of those. So, honestly, out of all the cards I'm going to show you, I think Undyne is probably my preferred one to play for next format, especially if Mermail's get as popular as I think they're going to be. It's really good against the mirror match because basically the mirror match, whoever goes Gaios or Abyss Dweller first wins. And this, if they have a, what's it called? If they have a Gaios, this is just a one card out to Gaios, and then you can go off, just summon, pitch heavy infantry, pop the Gaios, because like Gaios is a really big problem in the mirror match, especially because you can't big eye it, you can't Draco Sack pop it, you can't attack over it. So Undyne really helps in that aspect as well when it comes to the mirror match. So definitely I'd consider playing these, if not at least trying them out and seeing how you like them. For spells that you can play, Salvage is an option. I'm currently testing one in my build. The one of seems to be working really well. I don't like it any more than one, just because if you don't have the targets in graveyard, it really sucks. But just playing the one has been testing really well. Just getting back Linds, heavy infantries, pikes, guns, stuff like that is just really nice. It's actually won me a couple games, so I definitely try that out if you haven't already. Allure is another option. I've been thinking of playing this since I do play controllers. Or I'm thinking of playing controllers next format, just because these are so easy to get to, because you have Pike to search the Undyne, and in turn the Undyne searches this, so this is never a dead card. Whenever you have this, you can literally search for this the next turn and just get a free +2. So that's another card I definitely consider playing if you guys are playing the Undyne. Obviously don't play it if you're not playing Undyne, unless you play like Tregodios or something, which I wouldn't, because Mermails never have a big hand. Well, especially when you go off. So these are the spells that I've been tinkering around with. And yeah, they've been testing pretty good. Now as for traps, Chain Whirlwind, I've been testing this at 1 as well. This is pretty much a side deck card you see in Mermails. If you don't know what it does, I'll read it out to you. It's activate only When a card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, select 2 spell and trap cards on the field and destroy them. Basically, you can like MST something, MST something, chain this, pop 2 more back row, or you can pop something with heavy infantry or marksman. Get rid of a monster or back row, and then you chain this to marksman or heavy infantry, and you pop 2 more back row. So I've been playing around with this just because Brotherhood is going to be a very popular deck next format as well. And back row removal really hurts that deck. So this is really good. I definitely look into playing this card. At least at 1, tested at 1. Been thinking of bringing it up to 2. Or at least siding 2 of these for the Brotherhood matchup. It's really good. Just really good in general to get rid of back row, especially since Heavy Storm is gone. And then finally, the other 2 trap cards I've been playing around with is Call the Haunted. Call the Haunted is a really good card because it lets you go for game when you don't normally have game. Like, you can just like attack with Tidal, attack with Megalo, and then if those attacks go through, just call a Haunted for like a lead, and then it just lets you OTK out of nowhere. You can call a Haunted Pikes or Turge and get the effect to pitch a water monster and add one from your deck to your hand. So it lets you reuse Pikes more than once. It's just generally a really good card. Gets you out of a lot of weird situations. Lets you exceed more. If you have a 7 on the field, you call a Haunted a Megalo, you go for a Draco Sack. Or if you have a 4 on field, you call a Haunted like a Dragoons or a Pike. You get the fact pitch, search, and then you can overlay for rank 4. This is also a very good card. I've been trying to find room in my deck specifically for these 6 right here. 2 Undyne, 2 Controller, and 2 Call Haunted. So, I mean, I could take out the 2 titles for 2 Undynes, but then I still have to find room, take out 4 more cards to put these in. And I really don't want to go over 41, which is what I have it at right now. But for me, these right here have been what's been working the best for me. It's what's tested the best. Also, like I mentioned, you can try these out. These are also pretty good cards to use. Just for me specifically, I found these to be the best. But yeah, these are just some cards I've been playing around with since, the deck has to change a little bit, since we only have 1 title now. But yeah, let me know your thoughts below on what you think the deck's gonna play like next format. What you think what you're thinking of playing in the deck now that we only have 1 title. I do want to profile my deck. It's just, I'm not really sure what it's gonna look like yet. But as soon as I do have like a for sure build, I'll definitely profile my Mermail deck for how I'm gonna run it next format. I've actually gone undefeated with it these past 2 locals that I've gone to, and there's usually a lot of people in my locals, so it's pretty cool that I've gone undefeated with it. I mean, I would show you guys a profile of the version I'm using right now, but there's really no point because there's only like 1 week left in the format, so I mean, it's really not that important anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Just want to let you guys know what I've been messing around with and just some thoughts on how you can play Mermail next format. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. You can expect a updated trade binder video sometime later this week. So look out for that as well. And yeah, until next time, guys, keep it broken.